Okay, here's question 17 on the foundation calculator paper. Let's read the question first. The question says, work out and 3.2 squared plus the square root of 7.5. Write down all the figures on your calculator display. So write down all the figures on the calculator display. Alright, so this is a question where they're telling me I need to use the calculator. And if you know and familiar with this calculator, you could actually work this out on the calculator. 3.2 squared, so press the x squared button, this one here. Yep. And then I'm going to add to that the square root, so I'm going to press the square root button, and it's the square root of 7.5. Okay, so I've entered all of that on there, press equals, and there is my result. And that's what I'm going to write down in the space that they've provided. They said write down all the numbers on your calculator screen, so I'm going to write everything down. 12.978611279. Okay, so there are all the numbers on my calculator screen. The next part of the question, write your answer to part A1, correct to two significant figures. So, significant figures. When you're writing a number to significant figures, you start from the front. Because there's two significant figures, I'm going to go 1, 2, and my intention is to chop it off there. Right, but if you look at the next number along, that's a 9. Because that's a 9, because it's 5 or more, that means I'm going to, before I get rid of all the other numbers, I'm going to increase that 2 by 1 more, and two significant figures, it's 13. It's 13. Okay, then part B, work out the value of 10 to the power of 5. That says 10 to the power of 5. And what that means is 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. Okay, 5 tens all times together. Now, you should know this, shouldn't need to use a calculator for this, but every time you times by 10, you add a 0 on, or one way of looking at it is 10 times 10 is 100, 100 times another 10 is 1,000, times 10 is 10,000, 10,000 times 10 is 100,000. So that's 1 with 5 zeros after it. If you're totally stuck, use a calculator for this. 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So that's 5 lots of 10s all times together, and that's 1 with 5 zeros after it. Okay, that's question 17. That's 3 marks. 3 pretty straightforward marks. Make sure you do get them.